But, you know, whatever you say about this race, I mean, it's changed, right? It's a whole new race, and we've been hearing some Republican leaders now in the last couple of days urging their colleagues to avoid controversial attacks on Vice President Harris. Our next guest, though, writes that the Trump campaign is actually planning a Willie Horton-style blitz on Harris in order to paint her as soft on crime, alluding to the infamous 1988 attack ad on then Massachusetts Governor Michael Dukakis.
Dukakis not only opposes the death penalty, he allowed first-degree murderers to have weekend passes from prison. One was Willie Horton. Despite a life sentence, Horton received 10 weekend passes from prison. Horton fled, kidnapped a young couple, stabbing the man and repeatedly raping his girlfriend.
All right, we'll remember that. Let's bring in Marc Caputo. He's the national politics reporter for the Bulwark, wrote about this. Tell us what point you were making and what you've been hearing about the strategy.
Well, just that is the Trump campaign views Kamala Harris's record as district attorney from San Francisco as a weakness. They see some of the people whom she prosecuted, and in their words was a soft on, as possible opportunities to describe her policies as being too soft on crime. It's very kind of complicated stuff to explain the back and forth, but suffice it to say, they haven't found an exact sort of Willie Horton case, but in one case, there was a man who got probation after he had participated in a rather vicious battery, and then he went on to commit a murder. And instead, in between that time of the guy going to prison, he had received probation from Kamala Harris's office. Now, Harris's campaign says, well, yes, the guy did receive probation. He was a first-time offender at the time, and that was consistent with the sentencing of other similarly situated defendants. That's probably the chief one. But more broadly, and if you zoom out, Trump's campaign has been doing this for a little while with immigration. There have been a number of cases of illegal immigrants or undocumented migrants or whatever you want to call it, who have committed or allegedly committed murder that they're making a face of their campaign.
Let me go real quick, Mark. We'll be right back to you to the White House briefing room because Karine Jean-Pierre, the press secretary, I think is talking a little bit about Harris and Biden and the transition. Let's listen.
She's been a partner to this president, a critical partner, as I've said. I've listed out what we've been able to accomplish in the last 3.5, almost 4 years, an unprecedented record. She was a partner in that to the president. And so, look, this is, again, a decision that this president made. And I think he is proud to have made that decision. I know so. You saw it in what he has been able to say since Sunday. He's going to be on camera later today, obviously, to address the American people from the Oval Office because of this moment and how big this moment is. He wants to do that. He wants to make sure that Americans hear directly from him again after putting out the letter on Sunday.
And if you could distill just into a few kind of bite-sized pieces, what specific policies,
pick up on what it allows us, Mark, to pick up on what we were just talking about, the Karine Jean-Pierre live at the White House right now, and shift the conversation a little bit to Biden. So she says Biden has no regrets. I know he's got his Oval Office address tonight. What about, I know you've been covering the Trump folks a lot and their campaign infrastructure. What about this sudden switch we've seen on the other side and how quickly it's happened, how seemingly efficient it's been, all the money they've raised? I mean, what's your impression of what we've witnessed this week?
Everything you just said there, you know,
crazy.
Joe Biden's campaign was always good. The weakness of Joe Biden's campaign was Joe Biden. I mean, it's a similar thing for Donald Trump's campaign, to be honest.
Yes.
And, you know, essentially it's a good vehicle. And now they just happen to have a sort of a better driver behind it in Kamala Harris. I mean, she can complete sentences and paragraphs without, you know, staring and squinting into the teleprompter and stumbling and muttering over words that other people wrote. That was a problem for Biden. He just wasn't persuasive. She's telegenic. She's able to deliver sharp lines, and she's produced a lot of enthusiasm in the Democratic base. And you're seeing some early polling showing that she's clawing back some of the people that Biden had sort of bled over the months.
Yeah, we had that. We can put up the CNN numbers from today. I thought those were interesting in some ways because my understanding of what CNN did is they had a poll of registered voters. They went back to the same voters, right? So on the top line numbers, instead of a +6 for Trump, it was a +3 for Trump. So there it is, 49-46. So you would first glance and say, all right, Trump's still ahead, but these are the same people. So it shows Harris is gotten some people to move, right? And to your point, and you can maybe speak more to this in certain demographics, maybe even more optimistic for Harris. And then you don't even get into the people that weren't going to vote that maybe will now, I guess.
Yeah, there was a small number of people in that poll who broke more from the unsured category. That is, they were unsure who they're going to vote for toward Harris in that period of time, then broke for Trump.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.